Yarnivores, Fiber Spider, back again with part 2 of this super lovely lacy pineapple scarf. And if you haven't checked out part 1, please do so, because that will make a lot more sense to you. And so in the first video, we did rows 1 through 12. And so this video is going to start on row 13. And this is going to be a full repeat of the pattern so that it'll make some, make some more sense. And you can refer to this video as you're going along, and it'll make it a lot easier, I hope. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Okie dokie, so starting right in at row 13. Let's get right into here. Okay, so for row 13, going to start with a chaining of 4. Turn the work. And this one part is the variation for the pattern. And, from here on in pretty much, as far as the ends are concerned. So we're going to be doing into this space here, we're going to be doing 2 double crochets together. So you make as if to start a double crochet, but you don't finish it. Nope. Yarn over again. And then you go through both. Okay. And I'm going to do that once more for you so that you are sure to get that, because it can be a little tricky, but it's okay. I don't mind doing it again. Okay, so yarning over, going into start the double, yarn over, start another double, and then pull through all 3. Ta-da! Easy as that. Okay. So, moving right along into this chain 2 space, we're going to do a cluster. So that's going to be 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, like so. Okay. And then we're going to chain 3. And into these chain 1 spaces, we're going to create what I call the web work. So going right into the chain 1 space, do a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, and so on and so forth. Chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, 1 more. Okay. And then what we're going to do is a chaining of 3. And if you remember down here, we needed to expand the center spine 3 ways, and that was on the row in which we had the 5 loops. So if you saw video 1, part 1 of this, I had mentioned that once before, and I'm mentioning it again because we have to have the center grow out, because this is where the pineapple is not going to get any wider. It's just going to keep getting smaller and smaller. Okay, so I chained 3, and so in the center we're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, yep, come on, and chain 2, and 2 more, double crochets. Okay. And then on this side, we're going to continue our web work on the opposite side. So we're going to chain 3. Into the chain 1 space, do a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 3, and single crochet into the next chain 1 space, etc., etc. And one more. Okay, and then chain 3. Okay, into the chain 2 space of the next cluster, we're going to do another cluster of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. All right. Now, into this last chain 2 space, we're going to do a pair of double crochets crocheted together. So start as if you're going to do a double, yarn over again, and then go through all 3 loops. Like so. Okay. And that is the end of row 13. So as you can see, we have on this side our cluster together, and on this side our cluster together. Okay? And it's really as easy as that. So on to row 14. Alrighty, on to row 14. Gonna get right into it. So at the beginning, we're going to do a chaining of 4. Turn the work. Into the chain 2 space, we're going to do another cluster of 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Alrighty. And then chain 3. Single crochet into the chain 3 space because we're doing our web work. Chain 3, single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the chain 3 space, all the way across. And one more. Okay, and then we chain 3, and we need to make 2 clusters into these spaces here. So it's going to be a cluster in this first space of 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Okay. And then to bridge this gap up top, chain 3, and into this space do another cluster, 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Okay, like so. And then we need to do the web work on the following side, so chaining of 3, and into the chain 3 space, do a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, and so on and so forth until this bit of the web work is done. Okay, like so. All right, now we chain 3 again, and into the chain 2 space of the previous cluster, we're going to do another cluster, 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Okay. And that is the end of row 14. See how we have the repetition going on here? Absolutely love it. All right, back in a flash. All right, on to row 15. Going to start with our chaining of 4. Turn the work. And into the first chain 2 space, we do a cluster of 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 clusters. 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. All right, so we've got our cluster there. Chain 3. And into the web work, into each chain 3 space, it's a single, 3 chains, another single into the chain 3 space, going our way across, 3 chains, 1 single, 3 chains, 1 single. Okay. Chain 3. Into the chain 2 space of the next cluster, we do another cluster, 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Okay, and chain 3. Into the center space, we do another cluster for our spine. So 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Chain 3. Into the next cluster, chain 2 space, do another cluster, 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Chain 3. Continue on with the web work. Single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Chain 3. Single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Then we chain 3, and we're going to do a cluster into this next chain 2 space of the previous cluster. 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Ta-da! All right, so that's it for row 15. Okay, row 16. Okay, so chain up 4, turn the work, do a cluster into the first chain 2 space. It's 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Chain 3. Okay, go on to do the web work. Single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, and single crochet into the last chain 3 space. Okay, now we chain 3 again, and we're going to do a cluster into the next chain 2 space of the previous cluster. So 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Okay. And then we're going to do a chain of 5. And then do a cluster into the spine once more. 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. And then chain 5 again. Into the next chain 2 space, do another cluster. 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Okay, chain 3. Continuing on with the web work. Single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, and single crochet into the last chain 3 space. Okay. And last but not least, chain 3, and do a cluster into the last cluster chain 2 space. Ta-da! All right, and that's the end of 16. Really getting there. Row 17. Start with a chaining of 4. Cluster into the first chain 2 space. chain 2 and 2 more doubles. Okay, chain 3. Go on to the web work with a single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space, finishing the web work there. Chain 3, onto doing a cluster into the next chain 2 space of the previous cluster. Chain 2, 2 more doubles. Okay. All right. And now we need to do the base for another pineapple in this chain 5 space. So that's going to start by chaining 3 right there. And into the space, we're going to do a double, chain 3, and another double. All right. Then we chain 3 into the spine cluster. We do another cluster. So it's 2 doubles, chain 2, and 2 more doubles. Okay, chain 3, and into the chain 5 space here, do a double, chain 3, and another double. Like so. We chain 3, do a cluster into the chain 2 space of the next cluster. One more. Okay. Chain 3. And work on the webbing on this side. Single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, and one more cluster into the chain 2 space of the last cluster. So 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Okay, and that's the end of row 17. All right, row 18. Starting with chain of 4. We turn our work. Cluster into the first chain 2 space. Chain 2, 2 doubles. Okay. Chain 3. And into this last lonely little chain 3 space, we do a single crochet, and then we chain 3, and do a cluster into the next chain 2 space of the previous row's cluster. Two more doubles. Okay. chain 3. All right, and into this chain 3 space right in here, we're going to be doing the foundation for our next pineapple. So into the top of this double crochet, we're going to do a double crochet. And then in that space, do 5 doubles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then into the top of this double, we're going to do another double. Okay, chain 3. Into the chain 2 space of the center spine, do another cluster. Chain 2, 2 doubles, chain 3. Okay, so now we have the basis of our next pineapple. So into this double, we need to do another double. Into the space there, we do 5 doubles. Okay. And then into this double, into the top, we're going to do another double. Chain 3. Oops. Okay. Into the chain 2 space of the next cluster, we're going to do another cluster. 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Okay, chain 3. And into the last webwork space, do a single crochet stitch, chain 3. And then into the chain 2 space, do another cluster in the previous cluster. Okay, and that is it for row 18. Okay. Okay, row 19. Last one for the repeat. So going to chain up 4, turn the work, into the first chain 2 space, do a cluster, two doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles, okay, and then without doing any chains, we need to bridge the gap. So going immediately from this cluster, we're going to do another cluster into the chain 2 space across the way. Like so. Okay, 3. And then we need to build up our initial fan into the basis of a pineapple. So into the first double, we're going to do a double crochet. And in every double crochet, we're going to be doing a double crochet separated by a chain 1 space. So it's a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, all the way across. Okay, chain 3, into the spine center chain 2 space, we're going to do another cluster. Chain 2, 2 doubles. Okay, chain 3. And then on this side, we need to do the same thing, where we're going to do a double crochet into each double crochet with a chain 1 space in between each. All right, almost there. And one more. Okay, then chain 3 again. Into the next chain 2 space, do another cluster. Chain 2, and 2 more doubles. Okay, and we need to bridge the gap on this side. So going immediately from this cluster, we're going to create another cluster in the chain 2 space of the last cluster. All right, and that is the end of the repeat of, that's what, row 19. And it's just, it keeps going on and on and on for as many pineapples as you wish. So we've got 2 sets and the beginning of a 3rd set. All right. Isn't that lovely? So much progress in so little time. It's fabulous. All right. So just going to give you some few more details, and then that'll be it for this video. Okay. Alrighty. So basically where we left off was for row 19. Now, where we left off is right down, let me see here. Okay, so we did all of these rows, and then see right here, we have our chaining up of 4 and our 2 double crochets together. And it continues on and on and on and on. And of course, you can replay this video. You can pause. You can do whatever works for you, by all means. But that is the full repeat. So that was rows 13 through 19, just a 6-row repeat. sorry, 7-row repeat, pardon me, but, you know, easy enough once you get the hang of it, you know. So remembering, of course, that at the beginning of row 13, you're going to be doing the 2 double crochets together, and on this row that we're, you know, about to approach, row 13, that is where, when you're going across and you're starting the web work, let me go from this side, because you'd be coming up, you'd be doing your 2 double crochets together in the space here, and then doing a cluster in here, and then you'd be working your way along here with doing the single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, you know, until you reach this point. And because the pineapples are going to be shrinking along this side here and here, this needs to grow out, so it would be 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. You need that, see, here, here, and here, because it needs to grow out again. All right? So I really, really do hope that this has clarified the repeat. Now, for the length of my finished piece, okay, I did a total of 12 of these pineapples. So we did 2 finished ones, and we started the 3rd, okay? And that's the end of row 19. Now, if you're using, say, Caron cakes, what have you, this right here, what I have, this would be your 12th, okay? And so if you want, you know, a good length to your piece, you would stop at about here, this being your 12th set of pineapples, because you want to leave yourself enough yarn in order to do the finished top edge. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. I will be right back. Okay, so this is the edge, the top edge of the finished scarf. Now, the reason why I say that you would want to stop at row 19 is because right along here is where we just left off at the end of row 19, okay? And this right here, these 2 pineapples, these are the 12th set for the entire length of the scarf. So if you're using Caron cakes, you would want to leave off on the 12th set of pineapples. And then for part 3 of this video, I'm going to show you how to create this really nice edge. And so if you're using Caron cakes, you would want to leave off here. Now, what you could quite conceivably do is you could do about half as many pineapples, you know, say about, you know, maybe 5, and then do this top edging here. And the reason why I say that is because if you want this edge to be at the hanging ends of both ends of your scarf, what you could do is make this scarf in 2 pieces. And so you would have, instead of a full length of 12, I would suggest go with maybe about, you know, 5 total repeats and do this edge, and then do a second piece, again, with about 5 sets of the pineapples. And then, when you have the 2 pieces, this bottom edge that we started our piece with, you would take both pieces and you would just sew them together so that all of your pineapples are going in the same direction when you wear it, with this seam at the back of your neck. Now, if you're using Caron cakes, mind you, the colors are not going to line up unless if you are very fastidious in figuring out where the colors change. So if you're doing a two-piece example of this scarf, I would strongly suggest that you use a yarn that is more homogeneous and does not do a color change like these, or the shawl in a ball, or something like that. I would go with something that's more homogeneous so that it ultimately looks better. Okay? So just a few hints, a little, food for thought. And so yes, in our next video, we will be going on part 3 so that I can show you how to do this really beautiful top edge. And so should definitely keep you busy going on this repeat. And like I said, stop at the 12th set of pineapples, and I will see you in the next video. I really hope you found this helpful and thorough. I always try. So if you liked this video, please hit the like button because I really appreciate your support as always. And if you have any questions, comments, what have you, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so because I have tons more videos coming all the time, whether they be crocheting, knitting, or audiobook narration. So, stay tuned for the continuation, part 3 of this video, and stay inspired, stay caffeinated, and above all, stay stitching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.